The Rise and Fall of Empires, a history of Rome. Imagine a civilization that shaped the very foundations of Western society, a power that spanned continents, built monumental cities, and left an indelible mark on law, language, and culture. This is the story of Rome, an empire born from myth, forehead in iron, and destined to fall. From humble beginnings to an empire that defined an era, the Roman story is one of ambition, innovation, and ultimately, decline. Our journey begins not with an empire, but with a city. Legend tells us Rome was founded in 753 BCE by twin brothers, Romulus and Remus. For centuries, it was a monarchy, ruled by kings, but around 509 BCE, the Romans, tired of tyranny, expelled their last king and established a republic. This new system was revolutionary, featuring elected officials, a powerful Senate, and assemblies that gave citizens a voice. It was a complex but effective form of government that allowed Rome to expand its influence across the Italian peninsula. The early republic saw constant warfare, but through discipline and innovation, the Roman legions became an unstoppable force. Rome's greatest challenge came from Carthage, a formidable naval power across the Mediterranean. The three Punic Wars were epic struggles that tested Rome to its limits. Hannibal Barca, the brilliant Carthaginian general, famously marched elephants over the Alps, bringing Rome to the brink of defeat. But Roman resilience, personified by generals like Scipio F, ultimately prevailed, leaving Rome as the undisputed master of the Mediterranean. Yet, success brought new problems. Wealth poured into Rome, but it was unevenly distributed, leading to social unrest. Powerful generals began to amass private armies, and ambitious politicians clashed, leading to a century of devastating civil wars. The Gracchi brothers tried to reform land distribution, but met violent ends. Figures like Marius and Sulla battled for control, their armies clashing in the streets of Rome. The Republic, once a symbol of freedom, was tearing itself apart. Out of this chaos emerged one of history's most iconic figures, Gaius Julius Caesar. A brilliant general and charismatic politician, Caesar conquered Gaul, expanding Rome's territory north to the English Channel. His ambition, however, put him on a collision course with the Senate when he famously crossed the Rubicon River with his legions, declaring Alia iacta isti that Ius cast. He ignited another civil war. Caesar emerged victorious, becoming dictator for life. His reforms were sweeping, but his concentration of power was too much for many senators, who feared the return of monarchy. In 44 BCE, on the Ides of March, he was brutally assassinated. His death, however, did not restore the Republic. Instead, it plunged Rome into yet another power struggle, culminating in the rivalry between his adopted son Octavian and the general Mark Andrew, who allied with the Egyptian queen Cleopatra. Octavian ultimately defeated Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium, consolidating his power. In 27 BCE, the Senate bestowed upon him the title of Augustus, marking the official end of the Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. Augustus became the first emperor, carefully maintaining the illusion of a republic while holding absolute authority. Under Augustus and the emperors who followed, Rome entered its golden age, the Pax Romana, the Roman peace. For over 2 centuries, the empire experienced unprecedented stability, prosperity, and expansion. New infrastructure connected vast territories, trade flourished, and Roman law provided a framework for governance. Emperors like Trajan expanded the empire to its greatest geographical extent, while Hadrian built his famous wall in Britain. This was the era of monumental architecture, engineering marvels, and a vibrant cultural life that spread Roman influence throughout the known world. But no empire, however mighty, can last forever. After the Pax Romana, the 3rd century CE, brought an era of crises. Internal strife became rampant, with a rapid succession of emperors, many of whom met violent ends. Economic instability, hyperinflation, and devastating plagues weakened the empire from within. External pressures mounted as well. Along its vast borders, Germanic tribes and other groups, pushed by larger migrations, began to press against Roman defenses. The cost of maintaining the empire's legions became immense, draining its resources. Emperors like Diocletian attempted to stabilize the situation by dividing the empire into East and West for administrative purposes, though it was still seen as one entity. Constantine later embraced Christianity, moving the capital to a new city, Constantinople, in the East. These were desperate measures, but the underlying problems persisted. The Western Roman Empire continued its slow, agonizing decline. In 410 CE, the unthinkable happened. The Visigoths, led by Alaric, sacked the city of Rome itself. While not the end of the empire, it was a profound psychological blow. Over the next decades, various Germanic tribes established their own kingdoms within Roman territory, further fragmenting the West. The empire became a patchwork of struggling Roman administrations and nascent barbarian states. In 476 CE, the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic tribes. This event is traditionally marked as the end of the Western Roman Empire. While the Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, would continue to flourish for another 1,000 years, the West had fallen. The fall of Rome was not a single event, but a complex process spanning centuries. Yet, its legacy is undeniable. Roman law forms the basis of many modern legal systems. Latin, the language of Rome, gave birth to the Romance languages and heavily influenced English. Roman engineering, architecture, and administrative concepts continue to inspire us. The story of Rome is a powerful reminder of the cyclical nature of power, the rise, peak, and eventual decline of even the mightiest civilizations. It teaches us about the fragility of peace, the consequences of ambition, and the enduring human quest for order and greatness. What lessons do you take from the epic story of Rome? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.